Let's have a look at some examples here. Okay, work with me. I'd like you to identify the conditional. Okay, the first one. If I study, I will pass the exam. Okay, first conditional, because if I study, present, second part of the clause, will, future. First conditional, it's a condition. If I study, I will pass. Let's look at the second example. If I studied, I would pass the exam. Second conditional. If I studied, I would pass the exam. Second conditional, we can see the structure, past, and the use of would. Okay. It's not advice. It's not even unlikely. It's sort of a recommendation to yourself. If I studied, I would pass the exam. So, yeah, it's closer to advice. This is where conditionals do become a little bit tricky. Right. We look at the third example. Right. Identify the conditional. If I had studied, I would have passed the exam. Okay. If I had studied, past perfect, third conditional. Would have, third conditional. And if I had studied, I would have passed the exam. It's regret. I didn't study. I didn't pass. I've made a note of 0 at the bottom there. 0 conditional. Why didn't I make one with 0 conditional? I could. If I study, I pass the exam. It could be true of me, yes. I can use it if it's a statement, a routine, a habit, something that happens all the time. Not always true for people. Sometimes we study and we still fail. But it can be used as well. What I'd like you to do is take a similar structure to your sentence. I can give you an example. Start with, if I eat eggs. Use that and try and make sentences with each of them. First, second, third, and do 0 too. Okay. So, if I eat eggs, that will be your first clause. Let's choose another example. Let's say, if I buy this car. Okay, the first part of your clause. Now, I want you to make sentences with that. Pause the course here, make some sentences with that, and practice with your structure. Okay. So, 0, first, second, third conditional.